coming out to the shed to check how much water's left in the 1680s radiator. See how bad it's leaking and stuff. The raccoons aren't as bad in this, but this one's dusty. It doesn't get washed as much, and solely combining beans with it doesn't help matters. So I don't think it's lost anything since I've been here. Just a little bit, I guess. I filled it up, what, a weekend ago, 2 weeks, well, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and it was probably at the, top. So it's not that bad. Maybe it's, I don't know. We might, when we pull it out, we'll probably tighten up all the hoses and let it sit for a while, and if it keeps going down, then it'll keep going down, and we'll just have to pull the radiator. It hasn't been pulled out of the shed right now because the rats or mice or whatever got in the wires, we think, and chewed up everything, and now the auger won't come back. We had trouble with it last year, but you just were able to pull this little switch back and it'd come back. And I went and tried that, what was it, Saturday, after I got it running, and that was a no-go, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Here's the M that I've been pulling. This is a 39 M. We switched the wheels to where it fit on the trailer. Lowered the PSI in them. It's pretty much stock. The reason I haven't been pulling the Oliver is because we pulled out of the shed the other day and we couldn't get it to run. And we kept looking at it. We changed the ignition on it. Switched the ignition back. And still couldn't get it to run. So then we ended up thinking that we stuck a couple valves. And what ended up happening is that the valves were stuck because they weren't getting lubrication because the head gasket was blown. So we're going to have to pull that apart this winter. The 674 here, it's got to get a rebuild this winter because of a rod knock. I think that's all that needs to be tore apart. This is our H. It pretty much just pulls rack wagons around and pulls the square baler every once in a while. And then here's my grandpa's truck that we had in the shop this winter. So Dad's playing with the new Mini. I guess the rental Mini. It's not ours. He's digging, I guess, this little pit or whatever for all the rainwater to come off the roof and through here, because otherwise it just leaves like a little washout out to wherever, and they were probably getting to be close to a foot deep almost. And I guess since we got the Mini, we might as well dig it out. Now we're gonna have a bunch more extra dirt. That's from that pile of dirt, and the big piles of dirt over there are from building the shed. We ended up taking some dirt out of the pasture, and we had mortar than we needed, and we just piled it back here. Little frog in there. I think this pit's a bit deeper than the last one. It's wider. Oh, was this clay tile at one time? Probably. Oh yeah. Oh well. There, yep, clay tile. That's the end of that one. Looking in the bottom of this hole, you can already see the water coming in. But that's almost surprises me because up here it's all dry. It's been dry pretty much all summer. Can't really believe there's water coming out only that deep. So Dad was digging the one over from here. Called me over and he found a horseshoe. That's something. I don't know if we used up all our tile that we had, or if we ended up buying tile for this. We'll find out here in a little bit. So right now, zoom out here. So right now we're discussing making this a crossing. I mean, I guess not right here, but walk over a little bit. And all that's rock. I mean, it's solid. You could cross across that. The rest of the creek's pretty much mud, and you sink about a foot in with anything you try to cross it with. My grandpa was just saying that way back, they used to have a threshing machine cross through here because it couldn't cross the bridge over there. So I think we're going to knock all these cattle ruts out on both sides, and then eventually we'll lay something across. So basically just made sure the crossing was going to work, kind of, or at least our idea. I was going to knock out that side. This side isn't even close to done. I mean, it's bad all through here. The weeds cover most of it up. It's deep and high and deep and high. I got this section knocked out. So he's pretty much done, if not close to being done on that side. Just packing it all in. Zoom out here. This side's got to be, I don't know if we're gonna clean all this up, or we'll probably widen this a bit. But that turned out pretty good. We might throw something in there. But that's about it for the crossing. I think that's all we got to do with the Mini. I might play with it for a little bit, just to get our money's worth. So we finished up the, I guess whatever you want to call it, crossing. I got to play with the Mini for a little bit. Still got to put our tile in, but the Mini goes back tomorrow, so we'll just fill everything in with the skid steer. And then hopefully we can start working on the Magnum and getting everything ready for harvest. That's not too much to ask. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.